Hello kids, let us try to recall all the lessons that we studied in English 4 for the first quarter. First, of course, you need to remember on how to note details. In noting details, you have to remember while reading, you have to know who are the characters. Of course, answer the question what is the story all about? Where did the story happen and when did it happen? So we are tackling about the settings of the story. How did the story go through? Alright, so all of the answers that you need to know is, of course, in the text itself. You have to also remember the main idea of the story and what are the supporting details. We have here an example. One day, a little squirrel named Sam wanted to explore the big forest. His friends told him it was too dangerous. But Sam was curious. He climbed tall trees and found delicious berries along the way. Suddenly, Sam heard a loud noise. A big hawk was flying above. Sam quickly hid under a bush and stayed very still. The hawk couldn't find him, and soon it flew away. Sam realized that being brave doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means doing the right thing even when you are. So here are the sample questions. Who is the main character in the story? What did Sam hear that made him hide? Where did Sam hide when he saw the hawk? When did the hawk fly away? How did Sam stay safe from the hawk? So all of the answers of these questions can be seen from the story that you have read. Alright, nouns, like what I have told you before, nouns in the rap that I taught you, noun is a name of a person, place, event, and things, and so with animals. But we also have the what we call the mass noun and the count noun. When you say mass nouns, these are nouns that you can count using your fingers. Alright, they have mass. And of course, example of that is sugar. What else? Salt, rice, hair, and many more. How about the count nouns? Count nouns are nouns that you can count using your fingers. Like for example, chairs. So there are 5 chairs, there are 10 chairs, or whatsoever. Next are adjectives. Adjectives are describing words, describing words, describing words. So these are adjectives. They describe the noun or a pronoun. Example here, the flower is beautiful. The word beautiful describes the flower, so beautiful is the adjective. We also have the what we call the order of adjectives. First, of course, we have the number, the quality, and the color. So here is the example. There are 5 little brown monkeys. 5 little and brown. These are adjectives, but they should be arranged properly. First, number. Second, put the quality, and the third one should be the color. And the 5 little and brown describes the monkeys. Alright, so those are adjectives. Next are verbs. Verbs are describing words. They have action. So we have here example. The girl donates books. So what is the verb here? What did the girl do? Donates. Alright, how many subject do we have? It's only one. That's why the verb should be in the S form. Second example, the girls donate books. What is the verb? Donate. Why is it that we did not add letter S here? Because the subject is plural. Alright, next one, the girls donated books. The verb here is donated. It's in the past tense because the action is done already. Then the last one, the girl will donate books. Will donate here is the verb, and it's in future tense. Remember, when it's future tense, we always add the word will or shall. Okay? How about complex sentence? Complex sentence, this is a sentence with an independent clause and dependent clause. When we say independent, it can stand alone. Look at this. The girl is excited. That is independent because even though we will not add the rest of the sentences or the phrases, that is being understood. Alright, how about the dependent clause here? This one, because she is about to see her best friend. The word because here is the connector. So if we will read this, because she is about to see her best friend, that is something like something is missing. That is the dependent clause. Therefore, complex sentence involves one independent clause and one dependent clause. Okay? Next one, narration and enumeration. Narration, you are telling a story. You are sharing what you have experienced. Alright? So, example of this is the story of Cinderella. It can be you are telling a story about Cinderella. Another, if you want to tell your experience, that can also be. For example, I was walking on the road last night. Suddenly, it rained so hard. So, in here, that is narration. You are narrating. How about enumeration? In enumeration, you are telling a process. Like, for example, how to cook rice. You will tell the step by step on how to cook rice. In enumeration, you usually use the word first, second, next, and finally. So that's the difference between narration and enumeration. Narration, you are telling a story. Enumeration, you are telling a process. Next, prefixes and suffixes. Okay, here are the examples. So, when you say, of course, prefixes, these are group of letters that you can see at the beginning of the word. For example, on and this. These are prefixes which means not. Example, disrespect. Or, okay. Next, re means again. Example, re-read. It means read again. How about suffixes? Suffixes, these are group of letters that you can see at the last part or at the end part of the root word, alright? And we also have the parts of a friendly letter. Of course, we have the greetings, the body, the closing, and the signature. So we have here an example. September 22, of course, we'll write the date. Then this one, Dear Jet, I am writing this letter to let you know that I care. Love, Miel. So the word Dear Jet here is the greetings. And I am writing this letter to let you know that I care is the body. Love is the closing. And Miel is the signature, your name. Alright, is it clear now? Very good. And of course, signals or signages are important. This can help you to save somebody or someone. Look at these different signages. If you can see this, it means flammable gas. This one is first aid box. Fire extinguisher if you want to abort or stop the fire, you may use this. How about this one? It means you are not allowed to smoke in that area. Hearing and eye protection, speed bump, fire blanket. You are not allowed to use mobile phone, slippery when wet, toxic and hazard, and this one is stop. These signages are important because this will help you understand what are the things that you need to do. Okay, so these are the things that you need to remember for our first quarter lessons.